We'd like to introduce you now to a young gentleman who comes from Columbia Records. Let's make him welcome Johnny Cash.
Country boy, ain't got no shoes. Country boy, ain't got no blues. Well, you work all day while you want to play in the sun and sand with a face of tan, but at the end of the day when your work is done, you ain't got nothing but fun. Country boy, ain't got no will. Country boy, don't owe no bill. You get a wiggly worm and then you watch him squirm while you put him on a hook and then you drop him in a brook, and if everything's gonna turn out right, gonna fly a piece tonight. Country boy, you're lucky free. Country boy, I wish I was you and you was me. Country boy, got work to do. Country boy, in the morning dew. You gotta plant the seed, you gotta cut the weeds. There's many a row, you know you gotta hoe, but when it's putting time and your work is through, there's a lot of life in you. Country boy, got a shaggy dog. Country boy, up a hollow log. Well, he comes on a run when you pick up your gun and with a shell or two, and your dog and you, when you get your rabbit, your skin is hide. He's gonna be good fried. Country boy, got a lot to lose. Country boy, I wish I was in your shoes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to be with you today. This is our second or third time here. We were here at first in 1927. And we hope you enjoy our part of the show about half as much as I know you've enjoyed everybody else so far. And before we go any further, I'd like to warn you about the fellows introduce you rather to the fellows we've got with us. We call the Tennessee Three. They've been with me for about 7 years, ever since we've been in this racket and business. Yes. All right, we'll get it for you in a minute. Huh? Okay. Okay, thank you.
You ready?
At my door the leaves are falling, a cold wild wind will come. Sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. I go out on a party and look for a little fun, but I find a darkened corner, 'cause I still miss someone. No, I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we'd begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in my cradle in them old rotten cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton bolls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, about 37 miles from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. It was over in Arkansas, people asking me what you coming here for, in them old cotton fields back home. It was over in Arkansas, people asking me what you coming here for, in them old rotten cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton bolls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from in them old cotton fields back home. May sound just a little bit funny, but you didn't make very much money in them old cotton fields back home. It may sound just a little bit funny, but you didn't make very much money in them old cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton bolls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. In them old rotten cotton fields back home. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. First of all, here's Marshall doing for an impersonation of Eddie Arnold on a fine song called The Cattle Call.
Kick it off, Luther. Yeah.
SoCal! Woo! SoCal!
I was in the Air Force for 12 years, from 50 to 54. Luther, you ready? When I was in, all our cooks were carpenters. Because every morning for breakfast, we got something on a shingle. You know what that is? Fine guitar player Luther Perkins. Let's make him with it. I'd like to kind of take a break here. I'd like to do an impersonation first, or an impersonation of one of my favorite entertainers, and one of my favorite entertainers is not Liberace. What are you talking about? One of my favorite entertainers is Ernest Tubb, and he was one of my grandmother's favorites too back in her time. We've got a record of Ernest Tubbs at home. It's got a crack on it, and when it goes around, the needle hangs on it, and it sounds like this. Huh? Billy Bird ain't on this record. He flew the coop when the crack opened up there. And answer the phone when it rings, 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 darling. And if somebody knocks, let them in. You don't have to be afraid that it's me. 'Cause I'll never bother you again. Thank you. We'd like to get Marshall up here to do one now, right after one more that I got here. Huh? Yeah. Thank you very much. Marshall's going to do an impersonation, aren't you, Marshall? Yeah. I'd like to do an impersonation for you, one of my favorites. I'd like to do an impersonation of a cat. A singing cat, not a tomcat. You know, while Elvis Presley, I know you've heard of Elvis Presley, he's doing pretty good in the business now. Matter of fact, he's almost the business now. But while he was overseas, there were a lot of rock and roll singers that tried to sing like him and act like him and kind of take over while he was gone. They didn't quite make it. I'd like to give you our impersonation, not of Elvis, but of all of those fellows. Well, if I lose my britches, I'll have to charge you extra next show. Since my baby left me, oh! Well, I found a new place to dwell. Marshall! Oh! Well, the sanity in the lonely street at Parkway. You be so lonely. You be so lonely. You be so lonely. You could die. About the Rock Island line. Well, the Rock Island line, she run down to New Orleans. There's a big toll gate down there, and if you got certain things on board, when you go through the toll gate, you don't have to pay the man no money, do you, Luther? Well, the train driver pulled up to the toll gate, and the man hollered and asked him what all he had on board, and he said, none of your business. Oh, he said, you better tell me. He said, all right. I got livestock, I got cows, I got pigs, I got sheep, I got mules, I got all livestock, I got all livestock, I got all livestock, I got all livestock on Rock Island. He said, you all right, boy, go right on through the toll gate. So he went on through the toll gate, taking up a little speed, a little steam like this. The toll gate, he turned, looked back to me, and he said, you fool, you. I mean, I fool you. Down Rock Island line, it's a mighty good road. Rock Island line is the road to ride it. Rock Island line is a mighty good road. If you ride, you gotta ride it like you finally get to get a station for the Rock Island line. Out in the west, and look like rain around the curve of a passenger train. Northbound and southbound track. All right, leaving, but he won't be back. Down the Rock Island line, mighty good road. Rock on the line is the road to ride. Rock on the line is somebody can roll it. If you ride, you got to ride it like a money gets sticky. That's the place. Rock on the line. Well, the engineer said before he died there's two more drinks that he'd like to try. Conductor said, what could they be? Hot cup of coffee and a cold glass tea down the Rock Island Line. Mighty good road. Rock Island Line is the road to ride. Rock Island Line is the mighty good road. If you ride, you got to ride it like fun. It gets ticket. That's station for Rock Island Line. Like this song called I'll Never Forget Old What's Her Name. Fighting mad, this rebel lad. He packed no scars, he wondered for where the only law was a hook and a crow. The rebel, Johnny Yuma, Johnny Yuma was a rebel. He roamed through the west. Did Johnny Yuma, the rebel? It's on! The damn thing's third alone. Fighting lad, this rebel lad. He was panther quick and leather tough. If he figured that he had been pushed enough, the rebel Johnny Yuma.